Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 15 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now, the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They like to do their best to keep him at the end zone in this one.
Watson on third down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Chubb running right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Back to throw, Watson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, right?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. James Prochet deep for Baltimore. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Ravens will take over. Time to see this wide open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them pretty darn good with Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he keeps going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. Pass at 20 for a short gain, second down. But Charles, it's something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they work this well upfield across the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Being chased out left. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. A good pick up there, 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34. They'll run the toss here. Edwards. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Here's Edwards again on second down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first and 3's in. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And no thought to bring this one out. They'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On first down, Watson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he'll be brought down at the 27. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Play fake, and it's Watson. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked. That's
a normal situation too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try to spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Here's Edwards again on second down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On third down, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson buying time to his left, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
2 seconds to go, first quarter. On second down, it's Edwards. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And they're going to have another first down. This is going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down. To the right side, this is Edwards. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to trip a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. A kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. A rematch of Super Bowl 20. Bears won that one 46-10. But fear not for the Patriots, if I remember correctly. They won a few in the years following. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Completions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
A give for Edwards, running right. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Edwards. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Calling a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. Now it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact caught the ball free, and it's fourth down. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Crochet on the return. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offense again is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Here's Edwards again on second down. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch called for in May, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
A give running right is Chubb. And some space here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Watson, off play action. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Set at the line for this next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's Edwards again on second down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Jackson. That is caught with Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That is definitely what we call a defensive uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
to his fullback. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Good sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
They run with Edwards. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run once more with Edwards. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Now it's Jackson. Looking for Bateman, he's got him complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We start up in Cincinnati. The AFC champs hosting Atlanta. And that one finds the Falcons out in front. Drake London, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Jared Goff. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Christian McCaffrey, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense to break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have the control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Here's Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking left is Edwards. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That is bombs away right there. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They begin this drive with Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They run it again with Chubb. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. First down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll try the air now with Watson. Now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 59 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far. They'll go back to Edwards on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beat. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Andrews. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4. They can still get a first down without scoring. This is Edwards. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. Edwards will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen coming out to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
John Harbaugh thought about it. Now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Jackson here is going to look to throw. It's complete, and he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on it. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Or are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. To bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's caught. Smith. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From the 50, it's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Watson on 1st down. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To the air yet again, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Watson. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a run with Edwards. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit with a big play.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Jackson. Dancing to his left. Going left side, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
These guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll run the toss here. Edwards. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. They go with Edwards left side. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 80 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal?
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Browns drive about to get started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down, fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And he'll go down. Brought down the 20-yard line. They run the man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, here's Watson. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, Watson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A give for Edwards running right, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Throwing now is Jackson. Steps away to his left. That's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. To the right side, this is Edwards. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Edwards. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
You need to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you just hold a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Completes to the Joku. And they work this out past the 25. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Watson. Into the hands of Cooper. And he will get out of bounds seconds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7 from the 35. Back to work on 2nd and 4. Watson to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going up for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Ravens, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. So that'll do it for us.